HOA Karen called cops to my ranch. She panicked when I showed my FBI ID and her arrest warrant. The air was thick with dust and deceit that evening on my Montana ranch. I'd spent the day mending fences, the kind of work that quiets the mind, when Karen's shrill voice shattered the peace. She was the HOA president from the gated community 2 miles down, a woman who wielded her clipboard like a scepter. For months, she'd harassed me complaints about my horse's noise, my unpaved driveway, my refusal to join her petty fiefdom. Today, she'd crossed a line, standing at my gate with 2 county deputies, accusing me of stealing her prized ornamental shrubs. "You're a menace, Jack," she spat, her manicured finger jabbing the air. "I saw you digging up my garden last night." The deputies, young and uneasy, shifted behind her. I leaned against my porch rail, sizing her up. Karen's eyes burned with the kind of righteous fury that thrives on control. But I dealt with worse cartels, conmen, killers. My name's Jack Ramsey, retired FBI, though the badge still carried weight. "Ma'am," I said, voice low, "you're mistaken. I was here all night. Got cameras to prove it." Her face twitched, but she doubled down, demanding the deputies search my property. That's when I noticed the glint of something else in her eyes, fear, not just anger. Odd, I thought. The taller deputy, Rodriguez, stepped forward. "Sir, we need to clear this up. Mind if we look around?" I nodded, calm as a still pond. "Go ahead." But first, I reached into my jacket, pulling out my old FBI ID. The leather creaked as I flipped it open. Karen's smugness faltered. "You might want to run a check on Ms. Karen Whitaker. Last I heard, she's got a warrant out in Colorado." Her face drained of color. "That's a lie," she shrieked, but her voice cracked. The deputies exchanged glances. Rodriguez radioed dispatch while his partner kept an eye on Karen, who was now pacing like a caged animal. I leaned closer, whispering so only she could hear. "Embezzlement, Karen. You thought moving here erased it." The twist came when Rodriguez's radio crackled. "Warrant confirmed. Karen Whitaker wanted for fraud and theft, 2019. But then, a voice cut through the chaos. "Me neighbor, old Mrs. Clara, hobbling up with her cane." "Jack, wait," she gasped. "Karen didn't steal those shrubs. I did." The air froze. Clara, the sweetest soul I knew, confessed to sneaking into Karen's garden out of spite. She fined me for my roses being too wild. I just wanted to teach her a lesson. Karen seized the moment, pointing at Clara. "See? He's protecting a thief." But her triumph was short-lived. Rodriguez cuffed her wrists. "Ma'am, this doesn't change your warrant." Karen's panic erupted. She lunged at me, screaming, "You set me up." The deputies restrained her as she thrashed, her perfect facade crumbling. I watched, feeling no satisfaction, only a hollow ache. Clara's confession had shifted something in me. She'd acted out of quiet rage, just as Karen had out of greed. Both were trapped by their own bitterness, and I'd been pulled into their spiral. As they led Karen to the squad car, she turned, her eyes wild. "You think you're a hero, Jack? You're just a washed-up cop meddling in things you don't understand." Her words stung, but I let them pass. Clara touched my arm, tears in her eyes. "I'm sorry, Jack. I didn't mean for this." I squeezed her hand. "We all make mistakes, Clara. Some just cost more." That night, I sat on my porch, staring at the stars. Karen's arrest would make headlines. HOA tyrant unmasked as a fugitive. But Clara's quiet rebellion haunted me more. She'd broken her own moral code to strike back, and now she'd carry that guilt. I wondered if justice had been served or if we'd all just lost something. Karen's greed had caught up with her, but at what price to the rest of us? The ranch felt quieter now, but not peaceful. I thought of the shrubs, uprooted and discarded, and how they mirrored a torn up by pride, vengeance, and mistrust. Maybe Karen deserved her fate, but Clara didn't deserve the shame. And me? I wasn't sure what I deserved anymore. What do you think, was justice served? Or did everyone lose in this tangle of right and wrong?